I haven't ate it in so long. So, best fries. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it right now. Chick-fil-A, no debate.
Oh yeah, Chick-fil-A. I love McDonald's fries, but Chick-fil-A fries, man, they do hit different. They do hit different.
Best Chinese food order: 4 chicken wings chopped up with plain fried rice for me.
Yeah. 4 chicken wings, chicken fried rice. That's what I get.
How much chicken do you need if you get the 4 chicken wings? Why do you need extra chicken in the rice? Like, you could just put the chicken in the rice. It's just like a stupid idea that you just came up with.
Hold on. I know you ain't over here.
Welcome back to Open Agenda Podcast with JustSai BDB. We
What's
are
up,
back
everybody?
on another grandest episode. You know what I'm saying? Right, Brandon?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And today's episode, we are going to be talking about the great debate and the battle of opinions. You know what I'm saying? You know, me and Brandon have decided to have live call-ins in this episode. So we hopefully have some folks come in and call in and, you know, ask us questions. They'll be here for like 2 to 3 minutes. I want to clear something up right now before I go on a rant, is that these are pre-recorded episodes. So it comes out, we record the day before, we air it out the day after. The season finale will be live. It will not be pre-recorded. We will try to get every and all the equipment for that to be live to you guys and broadcast that to you on YouTube or whatever, on Twitch, Facebook. We'll try to broadcast a multi-stream for that. But let me start off with the episode before we allow our guest in today, because we have 2 guests, a returning guest and a new guest. And on today's episode is Season 1, Episode 8, The Great Debate, The Battle of Opinions. Me and BDB will go head-to-head in a debate covering some of the biggest rivalries and choices, such as Apple versus Android, Xbox versus PlayStation, Marvel versus DC, coffee versus energy drinks, city life versus country life versus suburb life, and public school versus homeschool versus private schooling. We'll have different opinions on this panel today. We'll have strong arguments, of course. And if you have questions for the live call-ins, please ask us. We would most likely need you to ask us questions because, you know, we know you got some questions to ask us. And this is a reminder, we're going to end the call with a call to action to encourage our listeners to subscribe, share, and follow along on all of our social media platforms. But BDB, before we send these links out, right, do you have anything to say, anything to update the people on as we go on about the show today?
There's not really much. I mean, we're getting closer and closer to the day of when I officially start my second year of DJing for college sports, and I have bigger and better things upcoming in the future. We are almost, I think we're about 15 followers away from 7,000 on social media. So we're getting closer and closer to that 10,000 goal before, you know, October 17th. So, you know, I'm very excited. I'm very happy, and I'm just going to keep staying consistent and on my path, man.
Copy. I'm going to share the thing to our first guest of the day. Maybe he's on Do Not Disturb right now. He's on Do Not Disturb. So we're just gonna wait. In the meantime,
Man.
I'm glad, you know, that me and Brendan are able here. We're capable of doing these things, you know, and we're gonna get ready for a new season. One of my favorite months is August and December, because December is my birthday month. You know, just side all the dirt bags I gotta give out. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just so lecturable at times, but we're supposed to have a good episode today, folks. We're just waiting on one and the other. I'll just probably send whoever joins first, they'll get their intro first. I don't know how that's gonna particularly work. Okay, he's here. He's arrived. He's a former guest on Just Open Agenda podcast. He's a current college football fan of the Oklahoma Sooners. He's an Atlanta Falcons fan. He's a former football player, and he's currently a video assistant at CSU. Let's welcome Jay.
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, y'all boys?
What's up, man?
Good to see you. Good to see y'all.
I ain't seen you in a long time, man.
Yeah. Last time I saw, I believe it was episode 2, right?
Yep,
Yeah, man.
episode 2, EP2.
Yeah, but one thing,
daily in the playbook.
A lot of things happened since then, bro.
Yeah, I know. A
Hey,
lot of things happened. It
a
Yeah,
was
lot.
so magically, chat.
Yeah, a
yeah.
lot.
A wedding got canceled.
Oh,
Yeah.
you.
Yo, win. Yo, win.
Yeah, and one of my close friends' wedding got canceled too.
Oh
But
man, hey man, it's all right, man. Hey, hopefully they good, man. Hopefully they good. Hopefully
yeah,
they
I
good.
got another wedding coming up, and this December I'm going to be in a wedding, be one of the best men. So
Hey, congratulations on that, my brother. Congratulations.
yeah.
Dang, it look like a lot of y'all going to weddings. Man, shoot, I can't get no wedding to go to. No way.
Really? Uh,
Yeah,
we're waiting on our. I'm so glad to have you back here on the show, Jay, as a returning guest. The first ever returning guest on the show. I'm proud of
exactly.
that. Want to give
Hey,
Cat Bands a shout out from episode 2 also.
hey, Jay, how's the video thing going for CSU? Explain to people, about that.
So what I do is I video the football players when they're doing practice, scrimmages, and hopefully during the regular season. So I'll be using sometimes drones or HD cameras.
Okay. And these cameras I know the drones was probably what the school gave y'all, but do you have your own camera or did the school give you a
The
camera?
school also provides cameras.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
That's
Our second guest has arrived. We're going to continue with that once I let him in. He is my best friend from high school, a childhood friend since we were 13 years old. I have my college best friend here. It would not be the quaint to have my high school best friend here, folks. Please welcome David Cook to the show on Open Agended Podcast, baby.
What is going on, gentlemen?
It is
what's
pretty good. How
man?
are you?
What is going on, gentlemen? How are you feeling today? It is a great, great Monday. Ready
Yeah, that is
to,
true.
you know what I mean? Let's see what's today's got in store with you guys, bro.
And
Hey
David, would
man.
you like to I didn't get to do this in your introduction. Can you talk about a little bit of
Uh,
the trucking life before we start today's episode as a young trucker?
The trucking life. Dealing with it right now in the hotel. So I got a background. Shit, it's the background of the hotel. Travel trucker, go state to state. Start a company I work for, and I just deliver car parts. Simple, real easy. Drive overnight, easy money. I can't complain, bro. It's a great life.
Hmm.
It's not a life if you want to have kids or you want to have a wife, maybe some hoes, but that's about it.
wow.
So, so that's about it.
Um, Jay, can you go back and relay the question from Brandon and continue with the current video assistant before we start off today's?
Yeah, yeah, I believe he asked what type of camera equipment we use. We use drones, cameras. Sometimes we take photos, depending on what the coaches would like.
hmm
hmm
Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
good, man. That's good.
So today's episode, once again, is just reminders, the great debate, the battle of opinions. And we're going to be going over the difference in between debating and arguing as we go along, the importance of listening, the importance of explaining our position on certain takes and arguments that we have. But let me explain the debate rules before we just start. 2 minutes. Let's settle the rules. Respect each other's opinions. No personal attacks. No, explain your position. Give examples. Listen to the opposing argument. Admit when someone makes a good point. Be willing to change your mind. Agree to disagree when necessary. And keep controversial conversations very respectful. Have fun with a lighter debate that we're going to have at least at the end. And to start off in fashion, as you already know, folks, we're going to do Apple versus Android. I don't know which one of you have an echo, but I can hear it. I don't know which one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I don't know.
Maybe me, huh? I'll do mine. Just tell me.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess it was Cook, high school best friend. It's a pleasure to have my college and high school best friend in here. Like that just touches my heart sometimes. So honestly, I'm about to cry. But anyway, let's talk about Apple versus Android. Which one is better? Apple versus Android. I'm gonna go and say iPhone, Apple. Brandon,
I gotta go Apple. I gotta go Apple.
Jay.
Right now, I'm rocking with Apple right now. Apple.
For me, you said best. I gotta go. I gotta go Android, bro. I gotta go
Android.
Android, but I have both.
So
But I'm gonna
right.
just say Android right now. We're not gonna get too deep.
So, but David, right. Let me ask you something.
Uh,
Is it easy of use? That's why you're making this decision?
I'm making my decision on which one is better simply for the shit you don't have to deal with. Like, well, my Android came out the same year my iPhone came out, and it's still running top notch. You ain't got nothing to worry about. We all know our iPhones especially, are shitty. After a couple years, once like maybe one or two models go past, they start acting up. Certain these phones where you update it one too many times and you missing out on shit you didn't want to miss out on. So
Hmm.
that's just my, personal opinion.
And Jay, as a video assistant, now this is a question I want to ask. What is like is it because of the camera quality and the video that you choose Apple versus Android? Does it have something to do with that coming from a video assistant?
Really, we really don't use phones really, so we just use just cameras. So really, we can't really answer that question. But
Hmm.
I do kind of agree with your best friend because sometimes with my iPhone 11 right here, sometimes it be glitching out and running hot. Like right now in my hand, it is hot for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
does do that.
And Brandon, what is the take of your point when you're choosing Apple versus Android?
My take is, I mean, I have a lot of Apple products, like a lot of them. I did have an Android when I was younger, more so when I was in school and the kids be like, "Oh, Brandon, where's your phone?" And I had to be like, "Oh, my iPhone's at home, but my mom just don't let me bring it to school." Whole time I had an Android. So yeah, that's why I chose Apple because I can actually like show it off, man. I can actually show off my iPhone, everything like that,
Yeah,
man.
Hmm.
I agree
Well,
with you,
I
bro.
think when I think
Sure.
about apps and smartwatches and the pricings could play a factor if I'm choosing Apple versus Android, but I mean they're both expensive in my case. I'm looking at the ecosystem of Apple. I think their market is driving better than Android in my personal opinion, such as their dividend, their earning per share. I'm looking at their stock market and what the investors believe in Apple and their quality of work versus their quantity. I do believe I'm a high believer. And my final question to the folks: would you stay
Wait,
with
say that again.
Apple right now? Say it
Say
again.
that again. What you said about Apple?
I'm thinking about their ecosystem. So when I
Okay.
think about their ecosystem, I'm looking at future revenue or future outcomes to come to the future, such as
Mm-hmm.
what does the investors believe in, how they believe in it, when will this market drive up, is the price really the price for that phone or particular Apple device compared to Samsung or Google or Meta, and I'm thinking about which one is more how do you say realistically easier for me to use. Put it like that.
That makes sense.
I kind of feel me, but we all know like if you stepped outside of the country, niggas use Android way more than use iPhone. But we're not gonna act like iPhone ain't like I said. They got a great ecosystem because you got your laptop, iPad, headphones, iPhone. So they got a great ecosystem. But I think when you leave the United States and you notice that they on the same turf when it,
Yeah,
you know what I
I can
mean
agree with that.
when it comes to popularity and all that jazz.
Yeah, I really
Hmm.
think this battle really starts up between like Gen Z. See, if you ask like somebody from someone like in their 40s or 50s, they
Mm-hmm.
might say Android or really don't care
Oh, yeah.
about it.
Yeah. I'll say
Yeah.
for Android, the one thing I'll give them over Apple is their phones are way more durable than Apple's. Because if you drop an Apple phone like 2 inches from the ground, that the screen is shattered. It's like an Android, you could fling it across the room and it's still in top good condition. Like that's why I'll give Android better than Apple.
Hmm?
Ain't lying.
Well, okay, I can attest to that. I can attest to a lot of things to that. Final question on this Apple versus Android topic. One last time. Are we picking Apple or are we picking Android?
I'm picking Android.
Apple.
Apple. The threes is three versus the ones. The I have it. The apples have it. Excuse me. Now we get to a conversation of emphasis, and we're going to the gaming world, folks. Let's talk about Xbox versus PlayStation. And I'm just going to say these bullet points that I have before I ask you to pick. And then these bullet points I have, we're going to do like first gaming memories, favorite consoles growing up, the controllers, the graphics, the performance, the online gaming, the multiplayer, the game libraries, exclusive gaming, gaming subscription, console prices, digital versus physical games, gaming with friends, competitive gaming, favorite franchises, best systems for family, best system for casual gamers, and best systems for hardcore gamers. David, what would you choose, Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Jay,
Okay, hold on. Y'all can go.
what is that? Oh no! Whoa!
Oh
Okay,
no, Jay.
Brendan,
All day long, baby. All day
where's it at?
long.
Where's it at? Oh gosh, here it is. Here we go. Put it right here. Yep, you already know it. You already know it.
Yes, sir. He already know. And he already know where he got that from
Mm-hmm.
too. He already
What was
know.
that song by Carisha? It was what? Spend that? That was
Oh my! Don't sing that song. Don't no.
Spend
I hate that song. I do not like that song, bro.
that was a song by Carisha. I thought that should be mentioned right now. All right, so David, let's go back to you. What do you choose and why?
See, I think. Oh, you said Jay. My bad.
No, I
My
said
bad,
David.
my
No, I said David.
Okay.
I go PlayStation, but I would keep it 100. Like I really kind of said I should have said both, but I think now is more PlayStation. But back then, we all know it's the 360. As you going up, it's 360 over the P3. You know what I mean? But now I say PlayStation. The reason I say it now is because Xbox got a lot of games, but it's a lot of bullshit. And I don't really game that much, but they just got a lot of bullshit. And it's one of those like kind of like Apple versus Android things where it's like I got an Xbox like Jay do, but to play with other people, I gotta go PlayStation. So to have more fun when it comes to a personal, you know what I mean, on a personal level, PlayStation's where it's at.
Jay, you can, right.
The reason why I picked Xbox now, if you was talking to younger me, I would automatically say PlayStation. But now I done got used of Xbox controls, so that's why I say Xbox.
And that's because of the controllers. What about the performance and the graphics? What do you think based on that?
I'm still playing on like the Xbox One, so the graphics is kind of good, but it's not reaching the level as PlayStation and the newer Xbox.
Okay. Chat. I'm gonna go a little bit off script before we get with Brandon. Okay, vice versa. We're not. There's an echo coming. It's not from David now. It might be from Brandon. I don't know which one of these clowns got this echo, folks. But I'm sorry. I know it ain't me, and I had to call it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which one of these clowns got the echo. But when we're not speaking, just go on mute real quick. Brandon, right. Let me ask you something. Xbox or PlayStation, and I want you to talk about which system is like. Can you explain like What's best for families, casual gamers, or hardcore gamers?
All right. So if you're a hardcore gamer, 9 times out of 10, people will tell you go for a PC because, PCs is like top, like you'll get top graphics, you'll get top performance. But I mean, you're going to spend a lot of money on a PC now. That is a lot of money you're putting into the PC, depending on what you get. Casual like gaming, I'd say PlayStation. I'm more of a PlayStation guy. I played Xbox. Like David said, Xbox 360. I played on the Xbox One before, like Jay said. I played PS3, PS2, PS4, PS5. I mean, my personal opinion, I like the PlayStation because I feel like the PlayStation 4 was really like when they said, we're going to enhance graphics. And that's when everybody else is like, all right, let's enhance the graphics. Now, best system for families. Ooh, I'll say Nintendo. I had to pull Nintendo out because I mean, Nintendo is more so family based gaming, and Xbox and PlayStation is more like casual, play with your friends type of gaming, and PC is more of like the hardcore competitive gamers. That's where I'll say. So if you want that casual gaming, stick around Xbox and PlayStation.
Mm. Well, yeah, I chose PlayStation, folks, because PlayStation is a little bit more, it's simpler for me. And I've had this P4 since 2019, and we are in 2026. It's a shame that I could have just got the P5, got the money to go purchase it, and won't do it. And the reason why I won't do it because I think of this as an antique. I'm maturing this, the quality of it. I'm thinking of the financing metrics to the great Rachel Smith can attest. His mom. I want to give her a shout out. Long term in equity. She taught me that. And I really like the way PlayStation is. I still have all the old games, MLB The Show, 23, 2K24. Yeah, I'm an old school type of guy. So you're either going to take it or leave it. I don't know what to tell you folks, but that's how I like to play. I still have Madden 22, and we were all the way at 27. I'm kind of like, why would I buy it? And plus, I'm looking at the graphics. I'm like, yo, I don't like the new graphics. I don't like the new performance, how it is. I like it when it was just simple, one it done. You know what I'm saying? But with Xbox, I've never really like had an Xbox, so I would never choose it. I've used it before, and I personally don't like how the controller is and it's set up. And for me, as one of those hardcore gamers, I like a scuff controller. So scuff controllers has those little adjustments on there, but you're paying about an average of $160 to purchase those things. But for me, I choose PlayStation over Xbox because of the performance, the online gaming with friends, and just because I'm a hardcore gamer myself, where I just be on the game usually about 4 to 5 hours of the day if I have time and freedom to do that. But finally, we're gonna go with I'm gonna go with PlayStation. Brandon, David, and Jay, what are you gonna finally go with after hearing each other out?
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
PlayStation all day.
And Jay says Xbox. He's saying Xbox. Xbox. Okay. To get to reality and to underestimate who's a real superhero in the world of today on Open Agenda Podcast with BDB and JustSai. And we're going to compare and contrast Marvel versus DC, and what do we got? So I got a couple bullet points like on the last topic. Let's read them. Favorite superheroes, most iconic superhero, best superhero origin stories, strongest heroes, smartest heroes, most relatable heroes, best superhero teams, Avengers vs. the Justice League, best villains, Joker vs. Thanos, best superhero movies, best superhero shows, MCU, Marvel Universe, I think that's what it's called, Marvel Comic Universe versus DC, comedy versus serious storytelling, childhood superhero memories, and best overall superhero universe. So, Brandon, we're going to go this way. Brandon, Jay, then David. But we're going to start off with BDB. BDB, what do you choose after listening to the bullet points? Would you choose Marvel versus DC? And explain thoroughly.
Marvel all day long. No hate on DC, but it ain't like what Marvel got, and they got my favorite superhero over there, the Incredible Hulk, the best superhero of all time. So it's Marvel for me.
It's Jay.
Oh, I'll say Marvel. Marvel. I give it to Marvel.
You're gonna go with Marvel. Okay. All right. Dave,
Mhm.
what do you got?
Marvel too, bro. DC,
So.
like DC is like it's like poverty, bro. It's like poverty over there.
Ooh.
I say like Marvel. My favorite is what's that one? Iron Man. That's my favorite superhero. Iron Man. Like I said, DC is just after the first part. I mean, the first Oh my gosh, what's that one called? Superman. I want to say Man
Mhm.
like Steel or something Steel. After that, bro. But all these movies is trash. Batman was just the same shit just over and over again. And people were just dick riding Batman. I don't know, bro. I'm not a fan of Batman and the Joker or whatever. Probably the only good movie was the first Suicide Squad, but that was it.
Mhm.
Marvel, they just. Now, the only thing I will say about Marvel is all they woman movies is trash. Not even gonna hold. All they woman movies is straight garbage. Same thing with DC. But DC got better woman movies. But other than that, I gotta go Marvel. I'm wrong.
Okay. Let me make this clear. I'm gonna go with Marvel, and this is an extent. I just think that the Marvel universe, the MC universe, is just a little bit better. I won't say the profanity as David would say it in his words. But let me say it like this. Um, I think that DC, their best storyline was the whole Batman. Batman was the best storyline for DC. I think that was the best. Then it could be Superman. You can argue or disagree with me. I don't know how you want to take it. That's what I think. I think Batman and Joker. I remember playing the Lego game on Nintendo. Oh, that was so fun. Now that was really, I was into it with DC with that. Marvel, on the other hand, it just seems like their market is more up there. They have the resources to go out and produce good movies, good TV shows. Now, when it comes to the women shows such as Iron Woman, Shuri, the sister of Black Panther, there's an Iron Woman thing. I don't know. I don't know. It's an Iron Woman thing. It's a new movie
You
that
mean
had came out.
you talking about Captain Marvel?
Not Captain Marvel. Not Captain Marvel.
Iron Woman.
No,
I
not
think I know.
Captain Marvel. Mm-mm.
I feel like I know you
I
talking
just
about.
think, in my reality of thinking, it's just that the women movies, they didn't seem to be as pleasing as did the general movies did when they had both man and female in those movies. We're trying to reconnect BDB. He currently has lagged out, folks. So I just wanted to put that on blast. He's lagged out, and he is sitting there. I don't know what's going on his side of the party. But who would win in a battle, Joker versus Thanos?
I said Joker. Joker. And the reason why, he might try some type of way to manipulate Thanos, kind of, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, what type of Thanos are we talking about?
Okay, I'm back.
We talking about Thanos with the glove or no? God, he's lagging out too. Oh,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I
Yes,
can
we
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay, I'm sorry, I had lagged out. I was trying to send BDB the invite. If Jay, if you could send him the invite back here, that would be nice. I don't know if it'll work on your end. He could just rejoin. I can't physically do it at the moment. To me, I think if we're talking about Thanos with the Infinity Stones versus Joker,
Mhm.
you give me Thanos all day. But then again, like Jay said, Joker can manipulate his way into doing something. He can manipulate Thanos with his magical joking tricks or whatever. Queen Who that Jazz? What in the world? Oh, Jazz, Janet has arrived. We have a call in, folks. And we just lost Jay or whatnot. I don't know. They're gonna join back in a
Jay,
minute. But we have
uh,
the first ever call in. Hold up. Janice, good to see you, girl. How are you today? I am doing pretty well, Welcome to Open Agenda Podcast for first call-in of the year. I want to give that to my lovely cousin Janice. We are currently have folks. We currently lost Brandon and Jay. Oh, we just lost Janet. I don't know what's going on. We got people jumping in. We got people jumping out. We just had our first call in. And here we go. I'm gonna let the people. Okay, so
No, I'm an Android. I'm still an Android. I'm still an Android. Okay.
it's okay, Janet. It's okay. We lost
That's
Jay. I don't know
it.
what happened to him. Brandon, please send him the invite. I don't know what happened. But Janet, what is your question? You have 2 to 3 minutes for this, so let's roll.
Okay. Actually, I have a question. I have a question, and also I have wisdom for all of y'all. Okay. It's something I want y'all to understand. It's three C's. Okay. And with the three C's,
Mhm.
it's really it's confrontation. All right.
Mhm.
Then it's conversation, and then it's closure.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna tell you how to
Mhm.
tool it. Say for instance, who's the okay? D Dave. Okay, wait a minute. DB. Okay, Giangelo. And put it like this: you see something on Giangelo, wall or something, right? And you like Giangelo. I just want to know what is the
Mhm.
purpose of this thing on your wall. And D. Davis said, he confirmed too. Well, I was kind of wondering as well, why is this here on your wall? And the other person would be like, well, can you tell me why? Why it's on the wall? Now that's the confrontation. You confront them, right? Now the conversation is,
Right.
well, I'm only confronting you because I care and concerned. I care. You know what I'm saying? This is a motion that something that you're doing. I'm not usually seeing you doing it. It's something going on with you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And D'Angelo is, he still can't say nothing. And then D-Day be like, so my brother, do you want to tell us anything? We here, for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And once when he, y'all come, have that conversation with him, then you're going to bring it to closure. You know what I'm saying? And what the closure is, I only confronted you on this because I care and concerned. I care for you. You know what I'm saying? You're my brother. You know what I'm saying? And I just seen something that I usually don't see you do. You know? So that's the reason why I pulled you up on it. And it's something that you can look at and it's something you can say, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna get better with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And and David also gives his opinion, like, my brother, we all, we got much love. So, we here. But when we see something out of pocket, even with you, if we see something out of pocket, let's confront each other. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of loyalty. You know what I'm saying? And by that, that's letting your brother know you care for him. And once when y'all do that closure, that's when D'Angelo will be like, thank you for pulling me up. I didn't realize that. I didn't notice that. You know what I'm saying? But that tells me that you're watching me and you care for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's your closure. You know what I'm saying? And it's called the three C's. You know what I'm
The
saying? And
three
that's the tool
C's.
that you could work with, through life for real, with anybody. If you see somebody that you care for and you want to confront them, pull them up on something, a behavior or a habit, you know what I'm saying? Do that. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't, a lot of people appreciate that. Because a lot of people hate to confront people because they don't know how they're going to take it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you confront them, you know what I'm saying? Confront them with no sympathy. Don't confront them with sympathy. Confront them with empathy, you know what I'm saying, at the end. And don't let them say nothing until it's time for that closure. After that closure, after y'all gave y'all opinions and pulled them up, you know what I'm saying? And he would actually tell you how he feel. F you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or you ain't got, it depends on how their attitude come with it. It depends on what you confront them with, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to be careful confronting people. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can't take confrontation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you come, confront them, like I said, the three C's: confrontation, conversation, and closure. And that closure give y'all all the understanding.
I appreciate the advice, and I will take that. I will take that advice. We will all take that advice into noting when we need to confront, conversate. Wait,
Conversation,
what? Conversate and closure. Those are the three C's, David. Now you heard that.
confrontation, conversation, and closure.
Amen.
And always look a person in their eye when you talk to them because it will tell you everything about them. If you look them directly in their eye the first time you meet them, always. All right. And I'm proud of you guys. And I will be back. Okay.
And we know we will have you on. We will
The
have
smell,
Janet
the
on the
smell,
floor. Yes, we appreciate you, Janet.
the
Yes,
smell.
And have
ma'am.
a great
I
day,
love you
Janet.
guys. And
Love
listen,
you
Thank you.
always
too.
remember, it's the boomerangs. Hanna Barbera, okay? Hanna Barbera.
Wait, no, Marie. I ain't even that. I ain't even Marie. I'll see you later, Janet.
Love you guys. Have a good day.
Love.
Love you
Have
Yes,
a
too.
good
man.
one.
You
Much love to
too.
you too.
All
Much
One,
love.
two.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Also, Sai, we me and Jay go in and out. It's currently thunderstorming here, so the Wi-Fi and the signal might get a little bad down south.
Oh man. So, but up in the north, me and David have the greatest atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was our first call in, Janet Mumford. She will be a show, and she'll be coming on one episode. We will discuss that later down the line. And I'm kind of glad she mentioned this, the three C's, which is called uh, confront, conversate, and closure. I thought
hmm
that was pretty good. I didn't know she was going to come in and say that. I thought she was going to ask that educational question that we discussed last night about Brandon, but I guess not. I guess she did ask that. So anyway, right? I was glad, to have her in here. You know what I'm saying? But as we go on to the debate, I'm gonna need everybody to mute. Yeah. So look, we have chose Marvel versus DC. Clearly, Marvel was the main contender. It was the main winner. But we have to continue with this show, and we have to ramp up and move on rapidly. Now we're gonna be talking about coffee versus energy drinks, and really, this is more for David and J4. And I'm gonna read the bullet points, and then I want David to kind of answer and leeway and go back and forth with me based on whether they choose coffee versus energy drinks. But favorite drinks, the taste, the variety, the convenience, the price, the morning routines, the studying, the work, staying awake, caffeine, sleep, energy levels, coffee culture, energy drink culture, which tastes better, which one is more convenient, which one gives you more energy. Um, David or Jay, whoever wants to go first, what do you choose, coffee or energy drinks?
With me, I'm kind of in the middle because I
Mm-hmm.
work at a grocery store. So when I'm not with football, so I have access to both.
So you have access to both, so you're kind of in the middle. Okay, we'll get back to you.
Mm-hmm.
David, what do you have as a working as a trucker?
Oh man. Why? You should deliver both. Well, you should deliver energy drinks mainly. And healthier is coffee all the way. More convenient is energy drinks because you could get them whenever, wherever. You could get them in the morning. You could get them when it's fucking blazing hot outside. I never really gotten energy from an energy drink. I tried them all. I tried Monster. I tried Red Bull. I tried Celsius. Not that Alani shit, but I tried like a majority of them. And besides, it's more convenient. That's like where it ends up. Energy drinks straight will give you a heart attack. Like them shits have so much sugar in it, so much caffeine. People drink them joints two at a clip. So I'm coffee on this one. I don't drink neither.
Okay.
I don't like coffee taste, but if I had to choose one, it would be coffee.
Brendan, what would your what would you like? Are you in the middle or what? What's going on?
I'm just like David on this one. I don't drink neither of them. Y'all know me. I like drinking my water. But if I had to choose, I'll choose coffee because, like David said, that's healthier. And not only is it healthier, but like you can put what you want in your coffee. With energy drinks, it's more so like I don't know. It's like you got to get it how it's like presented to you. But with coffees, you can add it whatever you want. You can add how many sugars, creams, whatever the heck you want to add in that coffee. You can put it in there.
Right. For me, so a lot of people, as the business student here, right, a lot of people would say this is like tough love conversation for me. I don't drink coffee and I don't drink energy drinks. I choose neither because I have accelerated my body to drink the natural health and well-being of water and juice and actual natural nutrients, and I've gotten to a habit where I have to have soup in my body. That would like exempt from my energy. That would give me some energy because a lot of people know down south that I love soup. They're gonna say to me, they say, "Sai, yo, you have to have the soup. Why are you drinking soup? It's hot outside." That gives me energy. It replaces those other nutrients that would come from coffee versus energy drinks. It gives me the level of stamina for that, and plus, I'm going the more healthier and alternative route besides drinking coffee or energy drinks. I remember I was like 14 and I used to see these people drinking coffee. I was in middle school, well high school, and I was David, right? And we used to see this person always drinking coffee. She's from California. She's a Dodgers fan. Love that coffee, so small. And I said, "Yo, why is she drinking all this coffee? This is why she's like sound crazy sometimes." And I used to be like, "Yo, David, I can't believe that we just sat there." And sometimes she was hallucinating at times, but we got over that. But I personally just see what coffee does to a normal person, makes your eyes red and stuff. I don't want to go through that. And I kind of see some of my relatives, they drink a lot of energy drinks. And when drinking those, I just don't like the way it affects the body. I don't like the reaction. I'm not jacking it, so I'm not going to go ahead and do it. I'm not going to do neither. But for me, I substitute that out with soups and other stamina, energy, nutrients, natural nutrients. I go substitute that out. But now, as we start to really get into the show, and folks, if you have not liked, comment, and subscribe, or share this video out, please do so. Because now we are getting into realer debates that are more currently going on in the situation of the world today. And we're going to touch a topic, and I know a lot of people say, "Yo, why do you got to touch this topic?" I'm sorry, we're touching the topic again because it's really important to talk about sports. Sorry, it's really important to talk about sports in my world. But let's get to it. The ultimate sports argument, as we're going to call it. We're going to talk about basketball, football, baseball, soccer, and other sports such as WWE, MMA, and AEW. Those are in boxing. There's a whole lot of in NASCAR. There's a whole lot of other sports that we're going to talk about. We're also going to conclude with final sports questions. We're also going to talk about the GOAT debate in this segment right here. Here we go, folks. But let's go up to the main emphasis of the topic of discussion. What are we choosing? The NBA or the WNBA? Just go ahead and say which one, and then I'll continue.
NBA.
NBA, bro. Like, come on, it's not even a real question.
I love them women, but I gotta go NBA. I love the WNBA, but NBA, yeah, they got it.
Okay. What is the best basketball era?
I could say this era of basketball.
The flopping era? You think the flopping era is the best?
Or you can say I could say this era, because like back then, before we was born, all we had was who? Before that, we had Larry Bird, Kareem, Jordan, Kobe,
Johnson,
yeah, Shaq. We really had a
Hakeem.
little bit. We had like a little bubble of players. Now we got a majority of players right now.
I got 2010s all the way, bro. 2010s.
2010. Okay, BDB.
I gotta go 2010s. 2010s.
Oh wow, best friends are working together today, folks. Can't believe it. This is a theme. Let me see. Okay, old school versus modern basketball. Let me answer this as a head coach who just came off of a wonderful intramural season with the great Gregory Brown. Give Greg a hashtag.
Stop.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Here we go. In that intramural season, we did not allow our opponents to score 60 or more points. Just a heads up, Brandon beat us 58-55. That was the only loss we had in that season, and that's because CJ did not play. I just want to remind those people that it's because CJ did not play. Anyway, I'm gonna go with old school versus modern basketball because this way the modern basketball is being played, it seems like if you don't have a playmaker, you're not gonna win. Old school, you had your superstars show up and you win. Now, new school, in this modern way, you have to have your role players and playmakers who do things to a curricular of activity on the court, such as steals and blocks, and the turnover ratio with assists. So there's more of those metrics of basketball. But David, coming from a former basketball player, when you and I used to do the pick and roll after your unfortunate fibula situation, I hate that happened to you. Such a sad day when that happened. I was there for that, bro. I don't know about all these other folks that were out there. But tell me, what do you choose, new school or old school? Modern, excuse me. I can't hear you, Cook. You're on mute.
Not the best. I choose new style of basketball because it's not like
New.
you can't just think, okay, I'm gonna just feed the star player and we just gonna win the game, or I'm gonna just ball hog, we gonna win the game. Everybody gotta play a role. Everybody gotta show out. Everybody gotta put their 2 cents in, and it's just more into. It's just more like on the court wise, it's more fun because we all play where we playing and it's one person who thinks they're the best and they not passing the rock. They taking dumbass shots. They're not giving you no love. And then you've been on the court where everybody's touching the ball, everybody's scoring. You just more, having more enjoyment.
Um, I am more of a person that is going to say, I'm gonna go with old school already. BDB, what do you have?
New school, man, because new school is more so like positionless basketball. It don't matter. We seeing like 7'5" people out there looking like they 6'3". They handling the ball like they 6'3", shooting from the logo half court. They taking 2 steps from the 3-point line. They're already dunking at the rim. And it's like I agree with David. And with new basket, like when everybody's touching the ball, it's so fun. Everybody's enjoying it. And I always say, when everybody touching that ball and the ball rotating and the ball going through the hoop, that brings the team energy. And when the team got energy, that you already lost right there because that is something you cannot take down, especially if they're in a home crowd. Oh yeah, that's hard to defeat. That is hard to defeat any day of the week.
Mm, excuse me. Jay, new school or old school?
When I was listening, I was going with old school due to the physicality, but once I heard what Brandon said, new school.
Wow. Just roll with BDV. Just go with the flow. All right. Quick question. Best NBA player ever. I'm gonna go and Michael Jordan.
LeBron James.
Just you don't have to explain. We'll get to that part later. Just say the name.
LeBron, baby. LeBron all day.
All right, Cook.
Best NBA player. Are we talking about my personal best, or like we know like consensus, like the best in the league?
Your personal best.
My personal favorite player, it's got to be Bron, bro. My favorite player is Curry, but it got to be Bron for the best player. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. Now, here's the question that you wanted to answer. Best current NBA player right now in the league. And for me, I'm thinking of somebody who knows how to win a ring. I'm thinking that I'm getting ready to do my segment, my little lecture. I'm thinking my New York Knickerbockers! We the champions! You know what I'm talking about? Woohoo! The New York Knicks! Jalen Brunson is the best player currently in the league right now. Ooh, come on, BDB. Who's your best player in the
I'd
league?
say he about top. I'd say he top 5. I say top 5. My opinion, I mean, credit, he just lost the final. I still think Wemby's the best player in the league because he's the only player where it's like he can do every single thing on the court. Now credit, he has his moments where he looks terrible, but if he gets
Jalen Brunson in game 4.
yeah, like when if you got Wemby when you get him emotional and he's in his head, like he don't look good. But when you got Wemby, like he locked in and he's angry, like Wemby looked like you can't do nothing against that. He can do every single thing.
Okay, David, feel free. What's the best player in the NBA right now?
Me personally, I think is Jokic on the Denver Nuggets. That's who I think is the best player in the
That's a
league
good
right
take.
now.
Yeah, but if he had his role players, you know what I'm saying? He would be more. He could be the best player. Jay, you can say a random name. I know you're not an NBA guy.
I'm still say the King, LeBron James.
The King. Huh. Ooh, the flopper. Ooh, good lord.
The
Uh,
King, the
so
King.
here's a good question. I just want you to say one or the other, and we're gonna go on because this is a long segment here. LeBron or Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan.
LeBron.
LeBron.
That's Braun, baby. That's Braun, baby.
I'm about to say
Okay.
LeBron.
All right. Now, David, this is for you. What is Steph Curry's impact to the game of basketball?
See, Steph Curry's impact to the game is kind of like the detriment to the game right now, which is the fact that everybody thinks they can fucking shoot, bro. Everybody playing out their role. Everybody think, yo, I'm the next for me. I can shoot from the parking lot. I can shoot from behind the bleachers. I can shoot from the bathroom. And that's like that's what Curry brung to the league and bring to the league now is that you need 3 levels of scoring, but also 2, we still need niggas to know that a role matters. And not everybody think they the main guy. Not everybody can shoot. Like if you can hit your occasional 1-2, cool. But it's everybody thinking that they Steph. It's the reason why basketball right now ain't the best era.
hmm the importance of championships, like the Knicks championship, was based off of their caliber defense and coming back from behind of 20-point deficits. And when the Denver Nuggets won, it was the same thing, but they never had to come back behind. Once they had the lead, they were able to maintain and control. The Boston Celtics, they had the easiest finals of history against Luka and Kyrie. Individual talent versus team talent. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Like in the intramurals, we know that. All right, I'm gonna use Greg and CJ as prime examples because they're kind of easy. Greg has the individual talent of making plays. CJ has the team success talent of sharing the ball out and distributing and playing great defense. And even if we go back to high school, Kyle was an individual talent. That was a 3-point shooter right there. Kyle, I mean, man, that guy was shooting threes. Now I can guard him, so you know what I'm saying? He was an individual talent rather than you had the people around him, like our other high school friends where they were team success. Nakai and them, they were team success. Ayamade, they were team success. They were team success kind of guys. So they were team oriented. The best NBA franchise, in my opinion, is I do not know because I don't really look into franchises. Do you guys know what the best NBA franchise is?
If you're being technical,
That's
it's between the Lakers and the Celtics, but not really. I don't really look at that shit either. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with that.
I'm about to say, because are you talking like all time or are you talking like
All
current
time.
era type of all time? Yeah, it's between the Lakers and the Celtics. I ain't gonna lie. It's between those two teams. It is between those two teams.
Okay, so best basketball position on the court. Me coming from a point guard, I love it. What is the best basketball position?
As a former center in basketball, I'll say center.
Current, not forward.
I say former. I say former.
Oh, I thought you were. You know, we did play JC with the intramural. And I made that dude shoot so many shots. Yo, I was like, get the ball to Jay. Yeah, you should have seen me, folks. I was like, yo, this dude, you talking about the easiest rebound I did, yo, what? And Brandon knows too. But yo, when I coached against Brandon, folks, he couldn't shoot. Yeah, he couldn't shoot. He wasn't getting that shot up. I never coached
See, see,
against David, but I played against
see.
David before.
All right, that's what you say now. But wait till I get back. Wait till I get back.
Yes. Wait till we get back.
Wait till we get back. Wait till we get back.
All right, David. What is the best basketball position?
I gotta go with J2 center, but I go a lot as a former center too. The
Oh,
former
coming.
big.
Oh, yeah,
Gotta
you're
go
a
center.
former center, after your situation. So we could do that. The 3-point shooting contest versus the inside the scoring. Not contest. Excuse me. 3-point shooting versus inside the scoring. For me, I'm like a mid-range mafia type of guy. A Devin Booker. Hold on. Excuse me. I thought I saw something up here. Ooh. I'm more of a mid-range mafia guy. I don't shoot a lot of threes. Jay, what do you think? Mid-range or 3-point shot? Which one's better?
I'll say 3-pointer.
Okay. David.
Let me J on this one again. 3-point shots.
3-point shot. Brendan, I'm probably gonna say you're gonna do 3-point, right? Okay. Defense versus offense. I preach defense always wins championships all the time. You already know it. College basketball or NBA? I like college basketball. Want to go ahead?
College all day. College basketball.
Jay, Dave.
College. The atmosphere.
Hell no. I got fucking NBA all day. I got college football
NBA all
over
day.
NFL, but I got NBA over fucking college basketball.
And to speak of that, college football is so accurate that you're right on cue. Let's go into football. NFL or college football is the first bullet point. Dave said college football. I'm going to go with college football.
College football.
College
It's just
football.
the atmosphere, as J4 said.
Exactly.
Because when you come to Clemson, you're coming to Death Valley.
Stop
Baby.
it. Stop
You're coming
it.
to Death Valley.
Stop. Wait.
Tiger Life.
Stop.
Oklahoma Sooners, gone. Alabama Crimson Tide, gone. LSU, bro, whatever, gone. CSU, see in the future, you look much better than you did right now.
Yeah, he had to fix that one for CSU. He had to change it.
Like right now, I feel like Clemson is going down the line of the Dallas Cowboys right now.
You are so disrespectful on a whole lot of levels. To compare to that trash Dak Prescott like that, a player that has never been to a conference final in his career? Wow, you are disrespectful today, buddy.
You know what? I think they're not really Cowboys. Clemson is like, I want to say like 2021, 2022 Joe Burrow when he got to the Super Bowl or whatever, where he lost. It's like they're riding on that last high, and then every year after that just keep disappointing, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Because like the last time they really had a big impact was when they had Trevor Lawrence.
And you're acting like John Mateer is the best thing in the world.
That is true. I mean, they're not wrong. They're not wrong.
Hey.
Coming from the Seminoles fan, please. I don't want to hear nothing.
Hey, now, don't hate.
Hey, I don't care. My best quarterbacks from Oklahoma was Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. After that, that was Spencer Rattler, Caleb Williams, Dylan Gabriel. Who else after that?
Y'all did have Dylan Gabriel.
Jackson Arnold. Now John Mateer.
Goodness, you had all them QBs?
Yes, and all in line, all different years.
Goodness.
Spencer Rattler.
Anyway.
Hey, man, don't hate. It's true.
Don't
it's
hate.
facts. That's crazy. Y'all gotta accept it.
We have productive quarterbacks. Y'all still
productive quarterback. All right, name one besides Jalen Hurts that want to go through in the Super Bowl. Name one.
Huh?
Name one to go to the playoffs successfully on several occasions.
Baker Mayfield.
Okay, Jalen Hurts.
That is true.
Yeah, coming
Look,
from
I
the
mean,
FSU guy that don't know nothing. They come from
hey,
nothing.
hey, don't hate, don't hate. 'Cause
Seminoles.
when y'all hear that tomahawk chant going, everybody know FSU coming. Exactly.
Oh,
Yo,
They coming.
y'all are sick, yo. Y'all are some sick individuals. All right, but let's continue real quick. We're gonna talk about what is the best football. Excuse me. What is the best football era?
ooh, I'm gonna say 2020s right now. So at this era right now, you get more players, more different. I said more different. I'll say formations, like different attributes, different players because of the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm. All right, David, what is the best football era? What do you think?
I gotta go with Jay. I gotta say this one. I feel like all the people that grew up during Odell Beckham on the first time on the Giants, they in the league now. So it's kind of I gotta go with right now, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's like you said, it's just so much going on. You got different plays, then you got a whole host of teams. Like it's not just like the consensus, just the Patriots and it's just the Steelers. Like every team kind of got some swag to it. There's certain teams that I never thought a day in my fucking life that would be going as far as they did, but they do. So I gotta go. I gotta go right now. I'm a J on this one.
Okay, BDB, go ahead, and then I'm gonna cut some things off so you get the baseball.
I agree with Jay, but man, David, I mean, it just hurt my heart with the Patriot comment. I mean, good Lord, we always got to win. We always,
Here
we got to
comes the
win this
heat.
year.
Yeah, cheat
We
to win.
got to. Yeah, well, see. Look here, Atlanta Falcon. That ain't y'all fault. Y'all blew that 28-3 lead. That's y'all fault. Okay, but I know for a
That
fact,
ain't our
like,
fault. That's Kyle Shanahan's fault.
yeah, exactly. That y'all had that his fault.
See
But
what happened after the offseason? We let him go. Now he at San Francisco. And you see
and
what
guess
happened
what?
at San Francisco.
I'm
Still
about to
doing the
say
same
he's
thing.
still stinking it up at San Francisco. Nah, honestly, I said this to Sai. We need to look into these LA teams for real, because they always getting the best players, and then somehow they get the best teams, but they always get injured somehow. Something going on in LA. Like, someone need to investigate that for real. Like it needs to be investigated for real. But
It
to answer
should be
Sai's
investigated.
it really do. But to answer Sai's question, agree with David and Jay. I feel like this era of football is literally amazing because we're seeing players that we've never seen before. We got D linemen and tackles. We got them running like they DBs, and we got the DBs and wide receivers playing on the same side. We got Travis Hunter who can play DB and wide receiver. Then we got quarterbacks who are as quick as ever, and everything like that. Running backs, like these players, they're amazing. Wide receivers catching everything. I mean, I love it. I love this era.
Mm. Okay. I'm gonna cut some things short because this is a pretty long episode, folks. We still have other agendas and topics to talk about. Um, the offense versus defense. I'm more of an offensive guy when it comes to football. I know Jay and Brandon probably they would say defense most likely, right? Or what?
No, I'm more offensive player type of guy. I love to see big plays. If I can see big plays on a game, in a football game, especially college football, I'll be happy.
What about you, David? Offense or defense?
When it comes to football, basketball, both.
Or just football?
I gotta go offense too. I ain't gonna lie. Offense, I like that back and forth.
Brandon.
The DJ in me says defense because then I can blast the real, like the hype songs that everybody want to hear. But honestly, I play football and I like offense better because, see, offense, you can really get active on offense for real.
True, true.
Okay.
Now
What is different? Oh, no,
I'm gonna go
go
ahead
ahead,
and
Jay.
say it right now. I'm gonna say defense right now for CSU because what Coach McCray is doing with the players, I love it. Anytime no players get a takeaway, he'll say, "Hey, take away one." Players bust out one. Me controlling the drones, me and my homeboy Chase, we used to take away 1-2.
Takeaway one. Okay, all right.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Quick question, and as we kind of close the football discussion because baseball would be so simple. Regular season versus the playoffs. Just say one. What do you think is better? No explanation why, but just you can say which one. I'm gonna go with playoffs, and we're referring to the NFL in this conversation.
Playoffs for NFL.
David,
I gotta go
he
better.
came back again. Ugh,
I got playoffs too.
sorry,
I
salt
got,
over here. Yeah,
I got playoffs too.
had
I got
salt
playoffs
over
too.
here. Playoffs. Whew, you guys, let's have a panic attack over here, Lord Jesus. Having a
I'm about to
panic
say
attack.
you seen a bug or something?
Shut up, Brandon. Oh gosh.
Oh,
Brandon, playoffs and regular season.
playoffs.
Okay, what is the best college football rivalries? Is the final thing in football.
Uh, as me as an Oklahoma Sooner fan, I would say Oklahoma versus Texas, but I gotta say between the hedges or Brian Denny Field, Alabama and Georgia.
Thank you, Crimson Tide Road, baby.
Got mine is Ohio State, and I want to say it's Bama. I got Ohio State and Bama. I ain't gonna lie, them two.
Okay, BDB.
See, y'all both said answers that's like, oh, that's that, you know. But I gotta go Ohio State and Michigan. That right there is like I searched up the history of that. That is genuine hatred. Like they don't even say the names of each other. They just call it. There's a reason why they call it the game. They don't call it Ohio State versus. They just call it the game. Like that. That's how genuine they hatred. You know.
Hmm. And I get that. But as we continue, I'm going to make this quick because I know you guys are not as informed as baseball as I am, but I wanted to touch basic on the subject real quick.
Hold on. I got a question for all y'all though.
Mhm.
What college stadium is the loudest and has the best students?
Clemson Tigers.
I knew you was gonna say
Uh,
that.
ooh, that's a ooh.
But I say which stadium y'all got is the best stadium and is the
I gotta say,
loudest?
I gotta say, the real Death Valley in the Bayou, baby.
You better get out
Gotta
of
go.
here with that.
I
On
agree.
the
I
road,
100% agree. Gotta go LSU.
What
Gotta go to
the?
Dirty South.
What the? Yeah.
Gotta go Dirty South,
y'all
baby.
on the road, baby.
Oh, see, week one, we gonna see. We gonna see. Because when I see you, you look better. Okay? We gonna see people.
Oh man, that's a good one, Jay. I like that. That's a good
You
one.
got jokes. Okay. Baseball. MLB versus college baseball. I'm just gonna answer this just for me because a lot of people want to know my take on baseball. I'm gonna go with MLB. College baseball hasn't ever laid it yet. Old school baseball versus modern. I like modern better. Best baseball player ever. I want to say Aaron Judge as a Yankee fan, but we got to go with Shohei Ohtani. His pitching is absolute a menace. His hitting is an absolute menace. Best current MLB player right now. Um, I still got to go with Ohtani. I think the Dodgers have what it takes to. They have the high leverage relievers, and if you're on Instagram, you are going to hear me say that more as the months go into September and October. High leverage relievers, so it's that time of year again. Home runs versus small bat strategies. I like the small bat strategies because if you're more reliant and reluctant on hitting the ball out the ballpark, that makes it seem like you could just be intentionally walked. We'll walk you intentionally to prevent you from hitting the baseball. Pitching versus hitting. I'm more, when I play the show, I like to pitch. I like to get people out. 3-pitch swing and misses. So strikeouts or strikeouts looking, kind of like that. The importance of analytics of baseball is to track everything thoroughly so we can know what's going on here. How is your arm doing this? What's, if anything, your adjustment? How are you standing when you're holding the bat? Same thing for pitching. Like What is so you won't balk or walk anybody on the mound. Starting pitching versus the bullpen. I love starting pitching. I like my starter to go at least 8 to 7 innings, where I don't have to use that bullpen. So come a day where there's no starters available, we'll have a bullpen game. Designator hitter debate. Yeah, like Kyle Schwarber, Otani, that's a good debate, whether who's the better designated hitter. Aaron Judge could be on that list as a designated hitter, or Giancarlo Stanton on the New York Yankees. Otto Lopez could also be a designated hitter when he does not play on second baseman for the Miami Marlins. The best MLB franchise, we're gonna have to give it to our New York Yankees because we have those 27 rings. Just want to flex on those Boston Red Sox fans because they suck. You can go on that win streak all you want. You are going to be eliminated once you are in the playoffs. And the Tampa Bay Devil Rays will see you at the ALC Championship in New York. The best baseball era is currently right now. It's really good because I like strikeouts a lot. I like it. Best pace of baseball. I like it when they added the pitch clock timer, and that makes the game go by a little bit more faster, and the antics are so scary. How can MLB attract younger fans? I'm going to go ahead and answer this. MLB can attract younger fans if they do younger sponsorships, more like the college crowd, What do college students do? I will always look to that, or what do the Gen Z does. I think that's how they can track that. But that concludes, the mini lecture based off of my baseball standpoints. Now, when we go into soccer, I want to talk about the World Cup and who is better, Messi or Ronaldo? David, start off.
Oh no, I'm not even gonna put my 2 cents in this shit because I don't watch baseball. So I'm not. Even, I said
No,
I'm not
you're
even
on
gonna. I am.
mute.
I'm on mute still.
Brandon? Yeah, I can hear you now.
I said I'm not even gonna put my 2 cents in because I don't watch base. I mean, I don't watch soccer, so I really could care less. If I'm being honest.
Brandon?
I gotta go Messi. I gotta go Ronaldo. I gotta go Ronaldo on this one.
I really can't put my 2 cents in that. I don't really watch soccer like that. I watched the World Cup when US got eliminated. I think all America watched that one game, and we all got disappointed at the same time. This was
Yeah.
that was probably the only time the US was united at once.
It's hard to unite a nation. We're so equally divided because of stance and respect. I preach that. Other sports such as WWE, AEW, and boxing, or MMA. I don't really watch that. NASCAR, hockey. To the Stanley Cup Finals. Vegas was so close, and then North Carolina Hurricanes they won. That's Drippy Juice team apparently bandwagon. He bandwagon that team. So Stanley Cup
You don't
Finals
you don't
was
watch
great.
NASCAR? You don't watch
Now I don't
NASCAR,
watch
sir?
NASCAR. I watch cars, not NASCARs.
Nah, man. NASCAR,
Ciao.
boy. Hey, bro, NASCAR really like that for real, man.
All right. So the GOAT debate. Now, these are the greatest athletes of all time, I'm going to say. I want you to answer when you could pick the name, and then you can explain in one sentence because we're going to keep this short. I'm going to start off. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Tom Brady, Serena Williams, Tiger Woods, Leon Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Muhammad Ali, Simone Biles, Jackie Robinson. Is it Simon? I don't know how to pronounce her name. I think it's Simone. I think that's how she pronounced it.
Simone Biles, yeah, I know you're talking about the track star.
Yeah.
Or the gymnastics, not track star,
Whatever she is.
gymnastics.
Yeah, whatever she is. Me, I got to go with Leon Messi, but who you got?
It's such a tough one. It's between Braun and Brady for me. No, it's between those two for me.
What you got, Jay?
Like I think I mentioned to somebody. I'm saying LeBron because of his resume as a person.
But not as a champion. Okay.
As a person and champion, I can say that.
Well, he's 4-10 in the final. So. You lost six
Hey,
NBA finals and you went 10 times. You think you would be over 500. And I could put Curry on this list of the greatest of the GOAT debate. I could put Curry over LeBron any day because he's 4-6 over the finals and he owns LeBron in the NBA finals.
Right,
hey,
all
hey.
right. The disrespect needs to stop. Pause. Curry over Bron?
I could put Curry over LeBron because Curry is a legitimate champion candidate that did not need to take. He didn't need to go to the finals to make a career out of himself.
Well,
Hey,
LeBron didn't. LeBron didn't. LeBron didn't
LeBron
make.
has become more of a flopper in the recent years than
Think
I
about
have
it.
fouled on a basketball play.
Think of these recent basketball players compared to LeBron coming out of high school. Who would you pick? A current NBA player right now or LeBron James?
this is blasphemy.
I think a current high school player that's coming out of basketball because I know they're not gonna. I know they're not coming into the league looking for a flop, rather than they
LeBron,
want the whistle.
what? LeBron literally has the best resume coming out of high school. Think of guys like John
He
Morant.
doesn't.
Think of guys like Zion Wilson that have all these situations going on right now with them. And
Okay,
compare
John
them.
Morant chose to be ignorant. That's one. Zion Williams chose not to put on the plate. That's two. So you got to figure that out until you're old, buddy. And let me say this:
Uh,
when you talk about high school resumes, we got to talk about Cam Boozer. Great high school
About him?
resume.
What? Are you
De'Aaron
serious?
Peterson,
Are you
AJ
serious?
DeBonza,
Bro, we haven't
Darius
seen none of these.
Acuff.
We
Hey,
haven't seen
you know
none of these
what?
people.
You
No,
know
no, no, no,
what?
no. We haven't seen none of these folks that you naming right now. Summer league niggas. We haven't seen none of them play in the league, bro. So I'm not like Cam
Exactly.
Boozer. We
keep
all
in
know.
there.
Keep it a stack, bro. Boozer is only going to the league because of his pops. You feel me? So the same thing as
I
Bronny,
highly disagree with
AJ.
that. Cam Boozer was efficient
He is
at
good
his
though.
run and Duke.
He is a good
Alex
player. I'll give him that.
Kerban. Okay. All right, we're gonna leave it there. We're just gonna leave it there. J. Bill,
Nah,
who's the goat?
because
The GOAT? I gotta say Bron, bro.
Yeah.
Bron and Brady.
Okay,
I said
that's
Bron and
enough.
Brady.
All right, that's enough. Enough of that. I had enough of that. Okay.
No Brady.
that's what
No
Let's.
I'm talking
Brady.
about.
No Brady. The
That
Flake Gate. The Flake Gate. The Flake Gate.
you keep on, Jay. You keep. I know where you at. You keep on now. You keep on.
You gonna be coming out there that. All right. So let's go off the rails. I wanted to ask questions about sports, but I think we just had enough of that. Oh wow, he brought up football. Now we're gonna talk about the city life versus suburb life versus the country life. And where would you rather live at, David?
I would say I would do suburbs. Suburb life.
I'm gonna go country life.
For me, since I actually real life live in the country,
The pudding.
but now I don't. Yeah. Leave Pudding alone, sir. My grandma told me she would have Pudding wait for me when I come home next week. But anyway, but I'll say suburbs because you probably could get the mixture. According to what type of suburbs you stay in, you might get a mixture of both the country and the city life. 'Cause like live out of the country, you far away from everything, really.
Brandon, go ahead.
See, I gotta go suburbs. Now, credit. I like Jay said, I do like country because I like to be by myself. I like isolation. And country literally gives me that. But suburbs, it's like you're not too far from everything, but you're not too close. So I gotta go suburbs. I gotta go suburbs.
So, what is the best place for families and careers, Brandon?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by
Like for families and careers, what is the best place? What is the best atmosphere that they live in? Country, city, or suburbs?
I'll say suburbs. I'll say suburbs more because like I said, that's where you're in the middle of everything. You know, you're not like so close in the city to where it's like jam packed, like everyone is over there because that's where everybody's going to be at. Like when people go to work, 9 times out of 10, everybody's in the city during the day. And then you're not so far from everything where you're isolated out in the country. So like I said, suburbs, you got a good mixture of both. You got a good mixture.
Okay, and that's what the discussion would be. Public school versus private school versus homeschool. What is the best ways to educate students? Are you gonna David, which one are you gonna choose?
Public school all fucking day, you hear me? It's public school.
Brendan, what are you gonna choose?
Public school. Public school.
Jay?
Um, I hate to say it right now, but eh, public school.
Public school. I'm gonna go with private school, and here's my reasons. I have my bullet points right here. You know, I carry my bullet points. I can carry my money. Smaller classes, specialized programs, resources, sports department, extracurricular activities, the school environment, academic expectations, knowing that you have to pay tuition, accessibility. How you pronounce that word? I cannot pronounce. So can somebody get that
Accessibility.
for me?
Am I saying
Accessibility.
Accessibility.
accessibility?
Look here. Look here, folks.
Hey,
I'm doing the
David.
best I can.
David, no.
College
David,
preparation.
no.
Okay, look,
And
all
he
right.
graduates
College
college this year
preparation.
too.
You know, it's okay.
This our new
What
generation senior.
is what is the best social environment out of all three of these choices?
Nigga,
Jay.
public
Public
school, bro.
school.
Oh, sorry,
Public
Jace.
school. Public school. I'll say public
Okay.
school.
So the whole lobby is saying public school. I'm gonna agree with
Yes.
that. I'm gonna attest to agree with that because I've been in public school. I just think more educationally, private school is just a little bit better.
Bro, public school is a
Rather
I
than
little
agree
bit
with you on
better.
that. I'll say
I
that.
think, yeah, I think if you that kind of kid that needs that, you know how in 12th grade you get the oh my god, sorry, what is it called? The AP classes. If you're the type
hmm
of kid that need that AP class setting, then private school. But let's keep it 100. Nine times out of 10,
Mm-hmm.
everybody ain't gonna be in that kind of person. So, but I think public school kind of gives you that baseline of how outside gonna be. Cause outside gonna be basically nobody gives a fuck about you, bro. You just a single pea in a pot. You feel me? And you go to private school, okay, you got
Mm-hmm.
15 niggas in class. Okay, cool. Teacher gonna be on you. Teacher, you know, in real life, bro. You raise your hand, niggas is walking right past you, bro. So I think public school just really gives you that in real life experience of how
Yeah.
life when you graduate high school, if you don't go to high school, or you graduate college when you don't go to college, is gonna be, bro. You're gonna be dolo.
But
That
Okay.
is.
with
I agree
me,
with that.
I went to a public charter school, so like it kind of shows you how a fixed setting versus like a unfixed setting is from my perspective.
Mhm. You see, and I agree with them. I agree with David, and I agree with Jay. You know, because with public school, see, the reason why I chose a private school college was because I said I done been to public school and I do not like being in public schools. And plus, public schools like South Carolina, no diss on Clemson, it's kind of too easy to get into. You know what I mean? Like Arizona, like a lot of people talk about Arizona, the school, like Arizona University. Love Arizona University, but a lot of people get into Arizona University versus schools like Vanderbilt. What's another
FSU.
institution? FSU is not. I mean,
Yeah, come on, you
kind
gotta
of.
say it's worse. Huh.
No, but I mean like aspects of like getting into the college, like public and private school. That's what I mean. But there's like Vanderbilt, like I said, Vanderbilt isn't an easy school to get into. Like you have to have a certain requirement to get into Vanderbilt, you know, like versus like a South Carolina where they'll take a lot of people because they just, like getting the money, all that type of stuff. Because
Gimme,
Si, you've
gimme,
seen
gimme, 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 gimme.
gimme.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck, fuck, fuck. Yes.
but Sai, you've seen the list of that I sent you of the colleges that have the most enrolled students. Like you saw that list. Like
Yes,
Liberty
I did.
University, yeah, Liberty University has like the highest enrollment in the country. And a lot of people are like, how does Liberty University have the highest enrollment? Well, you guys got to think about it. They advertise and endorse themselves everywhere you go. Websites, YouTube, all that stuff. So that's how they get the most enrolled students, all that type of stuff.
Mm. Well, I'm kind of glad that we were able to talk about the city life, the country life, and now we're gonna be able to we would able to talk about what you call it, public school, private school versus homeschooling. And I know we didn't touch on homeschooling a lot because none of us was really homeschool. Jay, you have it flipped up around. Got it reflipped. There you go. Um, but here's the topic of discussion now, David. All right, so this is where we're going to minimize the cursing and the profanity in this topic of discussion. And this is a friendly disclosure. I'm going to disclosure this right here, right now. This is the WNBA controversy, one of the hottest topics that we will be talking about on this show, and the first ever topic of a reality that has been going on for the longest, as I can tell, on time. And the future of women professional basketball and women's sports in general, well, they're having background based on the gender eligibility debate, recent comments made from WNBA players, former NBA players entering the discussion, the WNBA response with Kathy Engelberg, league task force, current eligibility rules, and why this has become a major conversation in sports. So, as we go on, people that are watching the show, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We are going to show clips of each thing we're going to talk about, and we're going to pull up some clips of former WNBA players that are talking about just comments and remarks. The G. Janae Carrington and the Sophia Cunningham incident, we're going to pull that up. And we're going to also pull up with Kathy Ingberg and former NBA players had to say about their eligibility and what they identify as. So, I am going to talk about the competitive fairness, the inclusion, and the policies, and what is like the biggest sports discussion about this. And then BDB and Dave, they're going to give you a little bit of elaboration of their opinion, and they're going to do it respectfully in a respectful manner. But I want to talk about the competitive fairness. We also have to think about the biological difference in athletes. We have to think about the strength, the speed, the size, the physicality, the athletic performance, and competitive balance. We must think about those things. We also think about the inclusion in professional sports with the transgender athletes respected and dignity, the different perspectives, agree to disagree, how leagues can approach this issue, and what do they define as competitiveness? Because inclusion to this, there's really no conclusion in my opinion. I just think that if you were born biologically a male and you were born biologically a female, we should just stick with it. And Brandon will explain like what other regional sports, like what are outcomes and solutions for that. Policies that we will talk about is one I just really talked about: biological sex, gender identity, medical criteria. Establish newer policies, if that's the case. Should players have a voice to speak? Role players' opinions on the union itself, because Kathleen Engelberg is not the best person when it comes to as a commissioner, as you already know. Transparency all the time, consistency all the time. Brandon, please elaborate your opinion based on biological male playing in a biological female sport such as the WNBA and the gender identity, and what do you think and what do you think should happen?
Okay, so I'm just going to say this has nothing to do politically. This has nothing to do religiously. So all these people that are going to be, oh, it's because he's, shut that down. It ain't got nothing to do politically or religiously. The thing with the WNBA is I personally don't want to see a biological male going up against a biological female. Simply, and I'm not saying, oh, women can't play against men, women aren't as good as men. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's clear advantages that a male has that a female will not have. Because I done told people, if you take a hit from a grown sized man, that is not a hit you want to take. Because not only are you dealing with grown man strength, you're dealing with father strength. Some of these guys are dads, if they are a dad. You're dealing with dad strength. And not only, like I said, guys have more testosterone. We have more, we have more muscle mass. If you take a hit from a guy, like full blown force hit coming down full speed, there's a reason, like I tell people, there's a reason why people move out the way when they see LeBron coming down the lane. There's a reason why they move out the way when you see Giannis coming down the lane. There's a reason why people said, Oh, Shaq's in the paint. Uh-oh, time to go. There's a reason why. Because they know you taking hits from a 230 plus pound man that's not gonna work out in your favor. Trust me, I've been punched by grown men before. I've been hit by grown men on the basketball court, and I've been hit by women as well. I will say this. It's been easier getting hit by a woman more so than a man. Because when the man hits you, it feel like, boy, something done crack in my body. When the woman hit me, it hurt. Trust me, it hurt. But then a couple minutes later, I was like, all right, I'm good now. That type of thing. And people need to understand this. If and I'm not going to say I don't want to see it happen. Credit, if they want to have it, that's fine. I could care less if you guys have it. If you have it, by all means, shoot, go ahead and have it. That's other people's right if you want to watch it or don't watch it. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I tell people, if it ain't affecting my everyday life, I don't really care. Now, I will say this. If he starts terrorizing in the league, don't start whining and say, oh, it's not fair because he's doing this, he's doing that. And I say, this is what you want. How I tell people, don't say you want something. And then when you get what you want, you're still crying about getting what you want because now you're being picky. And now I'm going to start taking things from you because you're not being grateful type of thing. Now, there are some people who are like, they strongly do not want it. And I say, okay, you're free to have that opinion. A lot of people are forgetting we are free to have our own opinions. If somebody doesn't want it, then somebody doesn't want it. Like Sophie Cunningham said, she doesn't want that because a man's body is way different from a female's body. And I always say, imagine if you're watching a WNBA game and the man is on the court and something happens to that man. If Sai and Jay pick up on what I'm saying, something happening to that man. You see what I'm saying, Jay? You see my fingers? Something happening to that man. That ain't something I don't want to see that. I don't. I don't really want to see that. But I'm gonna let y'all go because I've been talking long enough, and I want y'all to put y'all sense in, man. I'll pick it back
Jay,
up.
you can Jay, can you hear me?
Now, I'll put my opinion in it. Really, it doesn't bother me as much, but I want the NBA and the WNBA, like during it, like their rest
Mm-hmm.
season, so like both of the off season for like a month. Just
Mm-hmm.
have like a co-ed basketball team. All you had to do was like
Co-ed, you
That's what I've been saying. Have a co-ed team, but the
co-ed
rule,
team.
and I'll say the rule should be this for the co-ed team: girls have to guard girls, men have to guard men. That's it. Because where
So
I'm
what
not,
did
I
they
don't want to.
identify? So if that was the case, right? And there's gonna be a question like this: what does they identify, and they know what they are? So
Talking about.
would you
I'm gonna
implement a
solve this.
policy?
No, how if I was the commissioners of doing this, I would say you would have to sign a waiver to do this
True.
because I don't know who said it, but when he said it, it sounded so true. I believe it was Congressman John Kennedy. It's illegal to have common sense in this country. It is illegal to have common sense in this country.
Look, I tell
Mm,
people it is like when it comes to that type of topic, I know it's very, I don't, because see, the thing about me, I don't get political or religious with people because a lot of people, they're very sensitive about that type of thing.
right.
And I don't try, like, and even when it comes to sexuality too, I don't really talk about those type of things because a lot of people say, oh, you should. And I say no, because a lot of people are very sensitive about it. And I tell people, they always say they're open minded. And the one thing about us four, me, Cy, David, and Jay, we are actually being open minded, listening to each other's opinion. A lot of people, a lot of you out there, y'all say, oh, I'm very open minded. I say, no, you're open minded until you don't see the vision no more. Now,
So
when you don't see the vision, now all of a sudden, now you close that bridge and you say, I don't want to talk about this no more. No, the one thing I tell, like Sai put that clip of what that streamer Wardrobe said. You need to have those uncomfortable conversations to get that relationship better. We need to have these uncomfortable conversations. A lot of these people, they're having this conversation of what is going on when it comes to sexuality nowadays. And I said back then, I said it was easier back then than it is today because back then when someone came out, it was more natural. It wasn't nowadays. It's forced down people's throat. It's kind of like you have to accept it, or you have to be this, or you have to be that. And it's like, no, you don't. Like there is something I saw where someone said a little kid is he's not straight because he doesn't. It was something I forgot what it was, and I'm like, no. Now if the little kid said that, that's fine. But if the parents are saying the little kid is that, or people are saying no, this little kid is that, I'm like, no, they're not, because that said person didn't say anything. Like I've had multiple people say about me, B, you're not straight because you don't want to sleep with women. I say, first of all, I love women. I said, but I'm not going to do anything and everything sleeping with all kinds of women. That's what people don't understand. I say, just because I don't sleep with the ones that you would sleep with, don't mean that it don't make me straight. I said, first of all, everybody has their own preferences. Everybody has their own liking and choosing. So if something like, for example, Jay might like a different type of woman that I would like a different type of woman. Just because Jay don't want to be with a woman that I would want to be with doesn't make him not straight. That just means he has a different preference. And that's what people need to understand out there too. Everybody has their own preference, and preferences matters to height, weight, and shoot, I hate to say it, but skin color. Everybody has their own preferences. And that's what people need to understand, and people need to get through their thick skulls. Everybody has their preference. People are like, "Oh, he don't want to date me because I'm fat." Well, guess what? That's his preference.
You can't
If
get
he don't
mad
want
at
to
that.
date, exactly. If you want to date him, and he don't want to date a fat person, guess what? Get skinnier. For the fellas, if she don't want to date no fat guy, lose that weight. If she don't want to date no scrawny man, gain some muscle. Or I simply tell them this: if you ain't gonna do what they want, if you're not gonna try and fit into their requirements, then go to somebody else who will accept the requirements you have.
Okay.
And if
Amen.
you don't,
Hallelujah.
and if
I'm
they
just
don't want to do that, then guess what? Suck it up and just be alone.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Go ahead.
and let me say this. I know that we're gonna have to, me and Dave we'll talk about the officiating of W in a minute. The final question about this topic is: what should the WNBA policy be like moving forward?
It's hard, but you can't. I don't want to say you got to send a birth certificate because I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to say that.
You got
You
jokes
know,
today. Oh
Or no,
God.
not like I'm not. Exactly. I don't want to. I'm not trying to be mean, but go ahead. Yeah, no. I
now,
mean, I go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
now I seen a clip. I'm like,
Have been told this technical foul was for Caitlin Clark running into the official. Here's what happened. She lets go of the ball, spins off of her. I don't see in what world that contact rises to the level of a T.
Go ahead, Jay.
now I seen a clip. I'm like, that referee is petty, because if I just graze you and you give me that tech, that's out of petty. That's very out of petty. Because trust me, I play football, and I don't play against. I done had a referee that referee my game since I was little, and most times I hated him. I done fought with that man probably 15 times during my time playing football growing up and in high school. I never got a flag or tech or anything.
Yeah, because even in the NBA, they had some bad tech. I think the worst tech I've seen of all time. I mean, obviously Tim Duncan's is up there, but probably Jason Tatum's when he clapped his hands and he got a tech. That was the terrible tech. But Caitlin Clark's tech. I mean, if someone's in the way, you going gradually try to not like. I don't want Caitlin Clark to like. Oh, I'm gonna like hug him and fall down. No, but that was a stupid tech in my opinion. And I mean, obviously with the other situation with Sophie Cunningham, getting clothesline. Yeah,
coming down trying to prevent the layup, but that is just a hard hit. That's definitely going to be upgraded, I think, to a flagrant 2, Ryan.
I think that is going to be a flagrant 2. There is wind up. There is follow through. There's potential for injury.
Without
There's Sophie
question.
Cunningham in a vulnerable position in the air.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question why Sophie Cunningham got up and took exception to that hit from Dejanay Carrington. I would be stunned if that is not a flagrant two.
Sophie Cunningham getting clothesline, yeah, that's not okay. How I tell people, it's okay to have emotions about things, but it's not okay to become emotional about your situations. You know, like how I tell people, just because you got something going on, don't mean you got to take that out on me. Because how I tell people, what you got going on don't mean I got to deal with it. Like I tell people, like I'm going to even say this too. I'm going to a little segment for the people when we come back to CSU and when we come back to school. If you got issues with somebody, deal with it with that person. Don't come to me, oh, your friend did this. Your friend get on. I don't want to hear that. I'm going to say, if you ain't talked to my friend about it, don't come complain to me about it. Now, if you tried to talk to my friend about it and they was rude to you about it, then come to me and I'll go correct it with them. But if you did not talk to my friend or that person you had an issue with, do not come complaining to me about a situation thinking that I'm going to cater to your feelings, because I'm going to tell you, you either going to go deal with that person or I can call this person to come down here.
We got him. We understand what he's saying.
Yeah, or you can call that person and I'm going to call them to come down here to get you.
I gotta get this guy here, yo. This is gonna be a lot of editing for me. Anyway,
I'm tired,
okay,
bro.
yeah. What Brandon said, don't go to him. Go directly to the person you have an issue with.
Yes, I feel the same way with that. Don't go gossiping to other people. If you have a problem with me, come talk to me.
Right.
Like, if you come straight to me, I feel like you respect me as a person.
Very much.
Like, if you go to talk to, say it's me and Brandon had a conflict, and Brandon go to talk to you, Sai, then and you come to talk to me about it, I'll feel some type of way. It's like,
same. Because it's like you could have came to me, you know, we've been talking all this time, you could have came to me and spoke about it. Yeah. I understand where you're coming from.
Like, when I get, like, if I ever have an altercation with someone, I always want the person to come back and talk to me. Because, like, if me could have understanding, I'm a very understanding person, but if you don't understand, bump you, hit the road, Jack.
Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. What did you say? I was gonna I think BDB will be back in here. If not, we're getting down to closing, and it's been a long episode, and I still want people to like, comment, subscribe, and share. BDB is back in here. He had those technical difficulties because it's a long episode. As I said, the episode runtime was about 2 hours. I kind of discussed it. It's been almost that time. But the final scorecard, who won the great debate? I just want you to answer, because as we close down, I'm gonna start off. Apple versus Android. Who won?
I believe Apple did.
Apple.
Xbox versus PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Yeah, I said PlayStation 1. I was
Marvel versus DC.
Marvel.
Coffee versus energy drink.
Neither.
I'm about to
really?
say, I don't think neither.
Because y'all, all three y'all say I didn't drink those. I'm the only person that do.
Okay, out of the sports debate, out of 1 out of 10, what do we think about it? How was it?
Sports, it was decent. It's good.
You know what I'm saying? 1 through 10 up. Yeah, probably say 8.5.
8.5. Yeah, that's about good. City, suburbs, or country life? Which one?
Suburbs. Suburbs 1.
Public school, private school, or homeschool?
Public school.
The WNBA controversy. With that, is there what was the final remark of how do we think that went down? How do we debate about that?
I think it went really smoothly. You know, we all listened to each other's opinions, and look, we ain't try to knock each. I'm about to say we ain't trying to knock each other's heads off. That's great. That's what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The bigger conversation, and I need you everybody to mute, please. Why do our opinions matter? And I'm gonna explain that in this bigger conversation. And this is kind of a preview of episode 9, and me and Brandon will attest to this. Where our opinions come from is like our family, our friends, our school, our culture, our sports, our entertainment, our social media algorithms, personal experience. Why do people come defensive sometimes? Because sometimes you can offend a person without knowing that. And that's why you should approach a person based on if you had an issue with someone. Learning to disagree is okay. To agree to disagree. Respecting different perspectives all the time. You can disagree with somebody. Back to episode 1 of the podcast. You may disagree with somebody, but give them the respect that is owed and due to that person. Changing your mind always plays a factor. Actually listening to listen, not listen to respond. Debate versus disrespect. Once again, we go back to episode 1. You can watch that. Social media arguments at a limited. Keep it at a limited. Importance of healthy conversations. Yes, healthy and unhealthy conversations. You don't have to agree with someone to respect them. Always remember that. Rapid fire. Brandon is currently still having technical difficulties on that side of heaven, and I hope Glory will accept him in. No explanations. We're gonna start off with basketball or football. Jay, David, go ahead.
What was the question again?
Basketball or football?
Is what better? The better sport?
Yeah,
Oh, football, 100%. Basketball is
basketball.
a low contact sport. Yeah.
Okay. David, what you got? Basketball, or football, baseball, or soccer?
Uh, I'll say soccer. I say it because of the World Cup.
Messi or Ronaldo?
And now the reason, no, I'm feeling sorry to cut you off, but if you ever look at them European teams, their atmosphere also. Atmosphere.
Their atmosphere is kind of, it's like, especially on Norway. Their atmosphere is really nice. I ain't gonna lie, they be doing the chant. That's better than the FSU chant, that Tallahassee stuff. Um, Messi or Ronaldo? Who you got? Who you got, Jay?
Well, uh, that's 50-50.
Okay, Jordan or LeBron? Jordan. Okay, here's a good question. Are you a morning person or a night person?
It depends on what I'm doing.
I'm a night person. You like sweet or you like salty? I'm gonna go with salty. It's in my history.
Sweet.
Summer or winter? Winter.
If it
Yeah.
ain't snowing, I ain't going.
This dude got jokes. This dude got jokes. Dogs or cats? Mm. I'll go with dogs on this one. Movies or TV shows?
TV
TV show.
shows.
All right, beach or mountains? I'm gonna go with mountains.
Beach. Beach.
Staying home or going out? I'm a stay home kind of guy.
If I have something that could satisfy me while staying home, staying home. If not, going out.
All right. Let's see. Okay, fame or privacy? I'm gonna choose privacy. I'm a private type person. Yeah, fame or privacy? See that? So disrespectful. He's an a-hole. Oh, Jay was like fame. Okay. Oh wait, that was fame, right? Okay.
See.
Let's see. With the final thoughts coming down, let's just ask the basic overall question. What did we learn on today's episode? Jay?
I agree.
I will say it was a great episode. I'm sorry to those that heard David Cook with his profanity. I could not help that he was like that, you know. We tried to keep it limited at low. I'm not against the whole cursing thing, but if we keep it
Personal
at low, I'm
sometimes.
fine with that.
Yes.
We keep it at low, you know what I'm saying? But overall it was a good episode. BDB, I don't think he could be able to join back. So I'm gonna close out in a fashion in a few minutes. But I'm so glad that J4 was able to come back on the show for another run. I'm so proud to see you here. And best friend from high school here also, David, you know, proud. But I'm going to let you folks go while I do the call to action. It was a pleasure doing business with you folks. I most likely will call you after everything is done and over with. Thank you for being on the show.
Well, can I get a few shout outs real quick?
Yes, you can get a few shout outs.
I want to give a shout out to New Dirt Studios, Eddie Martinez. I'm going to give a shout out to Delicious Treats, which is my cousin Sade. And shout out to my roommate, Michael.
Hey, Mike, it's good to see you, man.
Shout out to Chrome Culture Car Wash, my boy Kennard doing his thing in the Low Country. That's pretty much it. Shout out to those people. Oh yeah, shout out to the Smiths too. The Smiths, the real OGs.
Yeah, the OG. Very friends. I'm very familiar with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. David, you have any shout outs before we let you go? Copy. I'm waiting. I think, yeah. There we go.
All right, I'm out.
Now that they are gone in old-fashioned style, it's back to Uno Munduno. It's me. And as a call to action, remember to like this episode, subscribe, share, follow the podcast, comment your opinions, vote on debates, tell us who won, suggest future debate topics, suggest future sports topics, suggest and submit questions for JustSai, myself, and BDB personally. And I want to thank all the listeners, all the viewers. Appreciate the support. Promote the next episode, episode 9. It will be the real conversations beyond the surface. And we don't know the estimated runtime, but this is the longest episode runtime in history, 2 hours long. I'm going to remind everybody to follow the podcast. And in my final message, all topics are unlimited for conversation. Because when I see you folks in the future, you looked at much better. You sound much better. You did much better than you did right now. I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.